We will match it. Guaranteed.
Swedish players up for this one now. Al Bolin getting a goal here at 5:47. This third period from the captain, Kalle Johansson and Sundstrom.
Kent Forsberg is going right to two lines now by the look of it. Forsberg's line once and right back with Sundin.
Long shot by Desjardins, rattled off the boards to the right of Tommy Salo. Sweden, three players back to start the clearing play. And they do get it out over the line, but here's Lindros coming back in again. And he's spun around trying to chase the puck. Canada on it. Centering pass is intercepted. And Desjardins has to wait till everybody clears the zone. Then he gave it to Forsberg. He's up along the boards on the right. Forsberg kicked him into the corner. Sakic takes his man in on the boards, but Forsberg again got it back. Al Bolin shot it in around the net. Here comes Kalle Johansson. Sharp angle, so no shot at the goal. Back of the goal. Alfredsson coming back out with it. Threw it into Forsberg. Sakic is on him. And he knows his style. Stays right with him. And they get a face-off. Team Canada territory to the left of Curtis Joseph. 8 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the third period. 2-1 Canada. Tomorrow, Burrell Center in Ottawa. The scene for Russia and Team USA. And the fight to go on to the World Cup final. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern on the CBC network.
It'll be a beauty, won't it?
Yes. Russia coming alive. Crowd getting behind Canada here in Philadelphia, where it's 2-1. Team Canada coming up to the 12-minute mark in the third period. But Sweden showing signs of coming on here in the third. They have the only goal so far in this period. Al Bolin got it. Back to 5:47. Anderson comes back in his own zone deep. Nordstrom gets the puck up to Sundin. Sundin stopped at the line. Canada all back there now, just poking away to open ice. Cleared back up to the Canadian line. Blake was on it. Beats a pass up to Gretzky. Couldn't pick it up. It was behind him. Sweden beating Canada to it. But Gretzky tapped at it, and the gate was open at Team Canada's bench. And it went in there, stopping the play.
That Gretzky does everything. He needed to change. There's the Swedish broadcast crew. It's 4:30 in the morning tomorrow in Sweden. Ulf Nilsson, former NHLer and WHA player for the Rangers in Winnipeg, is doing the color there. Of course, we've got Hockey Night in Canada French. There's Neil and Cole and Dave Moyer. Here is Hockey Night in Canada French. Yvonne Pedno giving us a wave. And we keep going right. John Davidson, Mike Emmerich doing it for the United States.
And up the center is Linden for Canada. Gets over the line. Into the slot. Gretzky going in a goal. Roll it in. Right to the line. Dom Foose couldn't score. Everybody had the big chance. Might have been the goal that sewed up the game. Now, will Sweden get another life out of that break? 2-1 Canada. Past the 13-minute mark. It's poked loose. Linden on the fly. Pass over the stick of Gretzky. It bounced in front of him. Linden again. Coming back to Gretzky. To the line. Shot. Right in there. Dom Foose. Sweden sending three away now. Nylander galloping up the center, and here's Kalle Johansson. He is stopped. Right in front. Score! Sweden has tied the game.
Well, a 3-on-2 rush against after Wayne Gretzky and Mountain. Vincent Damphousse had a great chance to score, and odd man rushes against. Salo made a wonderful stop to keep the score at 2-1. And here's the play right here. The point shot is tipped. He makes the save, and then the whole Canadian line is trapped as Kalle Johansson jumps into the rush, and on a 3-on-2, after the first stop was made here by Joseph, and the second stop was made, but he couldn't make 3 in a row. Here's another look at it. Joseph acrobatic, making 2 stops and can't make the third, and we're in a tie hockey game.
Yes, we are. Mikael Nylander, the goal from Calle Johansson. And Mats Sundin, 13:33, the time of the goal. So now, it is Sweden 2, Canada 2. Sweden battling back from a 2-goal deficit to score twice here in this third period. And they move it up there again. Forsberg now going in, knocked down. 3 Canadians can't get going. They run into one another. Brind'Amour ran into his own man. Now Yzerman gives it to Fleury down the wing. Fleury tried to cut in on Calle Johansson, who kept him outside. Garpenlov comes back, but it's back to the line from Yzerman, tipped in front of the net. Nobody saw it but the goaltender, and Tommy Salo is out on it and tempers Flair. With 5:37 left in the third in a 2-2 tie.
Well, the Swedish bench was up in arms on what they thought should have been a penalty called. 5:37. And intensity is at the all-time high for both these teams at the moment. 5:37 left in the third. The Swedes have definitely come on in the third period. Gretzky and Dom Foose both had brilliant opportunities to make it 3-1. As Wayne Gretzky waltzes in and tries to put it through the legs of Salo. And look at Dom Foose. He can't knock it in as he skates by the puck and then gets very little on it, and Tommy Salo lays his goal stick along the crease and makes the save. And here's the goal. Curtis Joseph makes 3 stops before it finally goes in. 1, 2, and he can't stop the third one, and it is Mikael Nylander that ties it up.
We're in a game now. Sweden out shooting Canada in a hockey game, 33-21. Fleury and Calle Johansson drawing roughing minor penalties here with 5:37 left. A tie game.
Well, we mentioned, Bob, that Sweden was down in the big game in the European pool against Finland, 2-0, and looked to be in trouble. They came back and won at 5-3, and now they'll skate for 2 minutes or less. 4 skaters against 4.
Canada with a goal in the first, Lindros a goal in the second, Niedermayer, Albeline and Nylander have scored for Sweden here in the third. The winner of this game moving on to the World Cup final beginning here Tuesday in Philadelphia. That is Sundin coming up there. Sweden trying to take the lead for the first time now and taking it to Team Canada. Sundin forechecking. Sundstrom digs it off the boards, trying to get it back. He did, and nobody was open. Canadians Niedermayer lifted the puck away. Sakic pounded with 2 checkers to deal with, and he can't beat them both. Now it's Blake from the line. Shot in there. Scramble. Lindros. He couldn't reach it. Salo was down. The puck was behind him. But the big guy couldn't reach it right at the line. Close again, ever so close.
Mattias Nordstrom does a wonderful job on Eric Lindros and probably prevented a goal here as he knocks him down as Lindros was going to shovel it in. Kent Forsberg, the Swedish coach, has played Lidstrom and Nordstrom every shift against the Lindros line.
Under 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Sweden 2, Canada 2. Messier and Forsberg square off. Forsberg controlling the draw. Albeline takes it. He's hounded by Lemieux. Albeline fighting that off. Forsberg backing up in his own zone, showing signs he wants to go himself. He has to circle back again. Nearly lost it, but didn't lose it. Sweden up on it. Lidstrom takes it over the line. Sweden going in after Canada now. Albeline gave it away though. And Messier back in his own net. Forsberg falling. And he'll handle the puck with his skate against Adam Foote. So Coffey goes back to help. And Canada knife it away and get it down the ice. Foote and Forsberg are into it behind the play. And it's called.
They were sipping champagne from the Stanley Cup not 5 months ago, and now they're running each other into the boards, and I'm sure it's a double penalty. So we will, for 33 seconds, have 3 skaters each in an old-fashioned East-West game here with 4:09 to go.
Yes, late in the period. It appears not a bad trade-off to get Forsberg off the ice and cool down for a couple of minutes.
Sweden penalty number 21 here, Forsberg.
Wasatch talking to Mark Messier now and Ulf Dolan, and I'm sure he's warning them to go over to the bench and tell their teammates and the coaches, I don't want any more of that kind of stuff. This has been a great hockey game. Don't make me call a penalty because you guys won't behave.
Foote and Forsberg roughing minors at 15:51 of the third period here at the Coors State Center in Philadelphia. Messier trying to get his teammates charged up from the bench. He was a questionable starter tonight. Groin injury, skated in the warm-up, told me before the game he wouldn't know until he went out there in the warm-up whether he'd dress or not.
Well, there'll be 4 skaters against 4 coincidental penalties. I'd like to have seen 3 against 3 for a while.
Couldn't stand that at this stage of the game.
Be a lot of one-on-ones.
Remaining in the third period in a 2-2 tie in a game that will see the winner go on to the World Cup final. Slated to begin here Tuesday in Philadelphia, and then the best 2 out of 3 moving to the Molson Center in Montreal for Thursday, and if need be, Saturday. CBC with you all the way to the World Cup has been presented. 4 minutes left in the third. Sweden in control in their own zone, looking patient. Sundin is on the ice. Albeline has the puck. Lindros is on the ice. Knocked it away. Alfredson could pick it up. Now he does. And comes out the pass behind Sundin, allowing Desjardins to try to move on it. Sakic had to turn back. Weaves his way up over the line. Trying to go in and was knocked down. 3:30 remaining in the third. Sundin coming up. The shot is spoiled by Eric Desjardins as Sundin quickly cut in front. In Philadelphia at the Coors State Center, I'm Bob Cole with Harry Neal in the booth. Ron McLean, Don Cherry, and CBC happy that you're with us tonight, wherever you might be, coast to coast in the country. Canada in a dogfight here with Sweden with 3:24 left in the third and tied at 2. Face off inside Team Canada line. It's Nylander who is being waved out. Or has he? No, he's going to try and win it. Linden for Canada. Linden wins it smartly. Niedermayer off balance when he made that pass. And Calle Johansson takes it behind his own net. Up through the middle, Nylander. Quick pass by him is stopped by Niedermayer. Canada will have to come back again. Niedermayer and Blake. Pass out of the reach of Gretzky, but he's up there after it. Hooked it back near the line. It's kept in deep. There's Linden back of the goal with a chance to make a play. Linden gets it out to the line. Here's the shot. Niedermayer had his shot blocked, but he got back in time to stop Nylander. And a clear break by the speedy Nylander. 2:40 left. Linden coming up to center ice. There's Blake. Can't get through. Linden will. Messier is in front. Linden saw him but couldn't get it over there. Sweden trying to clear their zone. They do. Sundstrom is moving up. Gets it ahead. Desjardins takes over. 2:15 left. Puck is at the Canadian line, not out. Desjardins had 2 chances to move it out and did not. Now back deep. And finally it's cleared out into the center ice area. Sweden though organized, now making changes. They shot it in deep. Center ice. Lemieux decides to dump it in, but he's going off. Team Canada changing. 1:45 left in regulation time. Sweden has scored 2 goals here in the third period to tie the game at 2-2. Blake moves to center. Good pass through center. Here's Shanahan. Shot is right on. Tommy Salo at the angle on that. 1:27 remaining.
Well, there was some questioning the Swedish coach to decide to go with Tommy Salo tonight after Soderstrom had played so well, but he's been solid. And for a long time, when the game was 1-0 and 2-0 for Canada, this guy made enough big stops to keep his team alive. Good goalies do that, and there's a shot of Soderstrom, the backup tonight for Sweden.
And the face-off this time will come inside the Swedish line to the left of Tommy Salo. On the clock, 1 minute and 27 seconds in a tie game here in the third period. 2 goals apiece. Canada will have Lindros, Sakic, Shanahan, Blake, and Stevens. Here we go. Blake shot one. Missed the net with that screen shot from the line. Shanahan kept it in, but nobody on that side except Johansson. He's hit hard, but Sweden will pick it up and get it down on the right side. Out of the net is Joseph. Mishandled it quickly. Up on the boards. Canada moving it out in the final minute of regulation time. That's Stevens, and he fell, giving Sweden a chance to move. But stopping it at center was Big Lindros. Wheels it back in with Shanahan going after it. Sakic is going to take over, and he left it. Center. Salo covered again with Shanahan open on the crease.
Well, if this game is tied in 38.6 seconds, it will be just like an NHL playoff game. There will be a 15-minute intermission and then a 20-minute period. Sudden death. The team that scores goes to the finals. The team that doesn't go to their training camps.
Face-off will come inside Team Sweden blue line to the right of Tommy Salo. 38.6 seconds left in regulation time. Lindros made it 1-0 in the first. Niedermeyer made it 2-0 Canada in the second. And then Albeline scored at 5:47 for Sweden. And Nylander scored at 13:33. And a timeout has been called by Sweden.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Kent Forsberg here wants to make sure his team is A, in the last 38 seconds, very well rested, and B, know exactly what they have to do defensively in the face-off in their zone. And you can see he's talking over with Barry Smith there, and I'm sure Team Canada are trying to come up with a little offensive zone face-off play.
About the only thing we know at this stage is that the next goal will win this game. We're into regulation time now, and almost all of it gone. 38.6 seconds.
Obviously, you forgot about Bill Mosienko. 3 goals in 22 seconds. I don't think it'll happen tonight. You're right. The next goal will win this big.
Sweden 2, Canada 2. Face-off deep in the Swedish zone. Messier will try to win it. Fleury is parked to his right, and Adam Foote is back at the line with Paul Coffey. Yzerman is on the other side. Here we go. The linesman in that frozen stance. Now he drops it in. At the line, Coffey threw it at the net. Didn't work. Forsberg hooked it out. 30 seconds remaining. And back to the net. Salo stopping it. Calle Johansson ahead to Forsberg. They're being very careful getting the puck up now. And Messier with 16 seconds remaining lost it to Sundin. And he upends Sundin. Swedish bench up in arms. They wanted a penalty call. Sweden keeping the puck in. 3 seconds left. Coffey out of harm's way. Horn goes. Third period comes to a close. And sudden death overtime is coming up in about 16, 17 minutes from now.
Team Canada 9.
Well, as Sundin tried to step inside on Mark Messier, a lot of the fans and the whole Swedish bench thought it should have been a penalty. Mats Sundin, the most dangerous of Swedish forwards, gets hauled down by Mark Messier with about 7 seconds left. And they are complaining to the referee, Fawcett, it should have been a penalty. It isn't. We're going to overtime.
2 goals by Sweden in the third, forcing overtime. 2-2 tie.
2-0. We're riding along and it's beautiful. Everybody's playing it smart. Nobody's dumping it back to the points in the corner. You guys know and girls know you never put it back to the point when you're up 2-0 near the end of the game. And when you gain the zone, as you say, you always keep it ahead. Dump it in, guy pull back. Always have a safety guy back all the time. And I'm always saying keep it going. Watch what's happening when it's 2-0 on the first goal. Watch what Claude Lemieux does. Now he's got it here. And as you say, he gains the zone. So what? He stopped and he fooled around here. Should have been in deep all the time. Then he goes this, tries to put it across, put it in deep all the time, and you'll have no problem at all. Look at these guys. There's 4 of them coming up there now, and he just hammers it like this. Instead of the puck being in the other end, and it's 2-0 with a guy back, it's 2-1, and the Swedes, when it's 2-1 and they've got nothing to lose, they are dynamite because the pressure's off and they know they got to go. And I said to Peter Rutherford, standing right there, when he lost that puck, I said, look out. He didn't throw it in. Bing, in the net, and I called it just before.
Peter is the studio director with the CBC, in case you're trying to place him as one of the old Boston Bruins or something. You know, those long goals are a killer. You remember Esa Tikkanen scored one against Mike Vernon when the Flames were up 3-0.
Oh, that's the one where you said in New York when you said it wasn't offside?
No, that's a different one.
Oh,
Good point, though. That was that was called
another
off.
long one.
How about Jacques, what another one? Jacques Lemaire, remember? 1971, the Canadians.
Lost in the fog.
Tony Esposito.
Tony Esposito lost it in the fog when he was still looking. Remember that one, folks? Where is it?
Then Henry Richard scored 2, and they win the Stanley Cup. Tony didn't play that way against you, though. He was dynamite.
Oh, I guess he didn't. I remember one game we played him. We were up 1-0. He come back. It was tied. We outshot him 56-18. And I remember the winning goal was going in and hit the knob of the stick, went out like that. 56-18. We lost my first year.
Another little story for you. Niedermeyer scores the beautiful end-to-end goal that was compared to the New Jersey Stanley Cup goal against Detroit. Nicholas Lidstrom was on the ice for both of those goals. You know that Chris Osgood of Detroit scored a goal in the NHL last year?
Yeah, what do you think? I'm dummy? Of course I know.
Yeah, well,
he also goalie was out. What do you think? I'm stupid. I'm
also scored one. No, but I got a story.
Oh.
Also scored one with Medicine Hat in the Western Hockey League, and there was a player who was on the ice for both of those, Jeff Sanderson of the Hartford Whalers. So, little tidbit. That's why I'm picking Brendan Shanahan to score.
Are we filling here or what?
Well, why not? We got a time. Well, who are you picking? What do you think's going to happen here?
I'm picking Adam Graves. He's done nothing. And I shouldn't say he's done nothing, but he's done nothing this game. I am saying he's going to come through and score a goal. We have to score this goal. We can't have Sweden and Russia in the finals. We got to have a Canadian team in here.
Good to promote global hockey.
Baloney.
The U.S. and Russians watching this, I'm sure, with great interest. It's all tied. We'll continue our coverage from the Core States Center in Philadelphia in a moment.
Is brought to you by...
Tied at 2 going to overtime at the Core State Center. Here's Eddie Johnson. Eddie, your thoughts? It's tough to have a 2-goal lead in the third and lose it. What do you think happened?
Well, we had some chances, when they got the fluke goal that bounced off our stick and changed directions a little bit on the goalkeeper, but we had an opportunity when it was 2-1 and make it 3-1. But we're very confident in our dressing room. We know we're going to win here tonight, so I think we're right up.
Any one thing that was said when you went into the room? Did the coaches go in immediately or let the players sit and they know what this is all about?
They know what it's all about. Most of these guys have been there before. We have a lot of Stanley Cups in our room, and a lot of overtime goals in our dressing room, and hopefully one of our guys got it tonight.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
The assistant coach, Eddie Johnston, oozing confidence. We shall see. We are now in sudden death overtime here at the Coors State Center in Philadelphia, Canada and Sweden. A goal will send the team on to the World Cup final. Stevens up for Lindros, had to look twice to pick it up, and Sakic couldn't pick it up. Sweden attacking. This shot is blocked by Stevens and cleared out over the line. Hammered back in by Sweden. Sweden changing quickly. Joseph had to be careful with that. Here's another one. Fired across in front of the net. Canada will bring it out. Up to center. This is Shanahan. Shanahan nearly got in. He's upended. He goes right on. Sweden recovers. Do not get it out. Shot not got in front. Shanahan coming close again. Lost the helmet. Oh, and a chance in front by Sakic. It was whipped high. 3 big chances for Canada.
Well, certainly Shanahan on what looked like a 1-on-2 harmless rush snaked through the defense and couldn't catch up to the puck, and then Joe Sakic had a real good opportunity. Here's the shot near the end, and Shanahan nearly tipped it in, and then Mattis Nordstrom, as I mentioned, he and Lidstrom have played every shift against Lindros's group, and they have played very well, and Sakic gets a great opportunity to end it here. The puck is deflected up over the glass.
Joe Sakic coming close. He was in a great spot for the shot. Messier and Lemieux jump on the puck. At the line, Niedermayer shot off the stick of Alfredsson, and he brings it back out for Sweden. Up to center, Garpenlov played it in. They don't get a good rush in front of the net, and Canada turning it back quickly, led by Messier. Down the boards, Graves in front of the goal, and the shot knocked away by Salo's stick. Sweden clearing it quickly, Alfredsson. Up across center, looking for a little room. Down the boards, Niedermayer can't stop him. Now he falls, gets back up. The puck is knocked loose along the boards the other way. Canada scrambling, trying to get it out. They hook it away to center. Fired through center ice. Messier set up, shot. Good save by Salo on the drive from the right wing by Trevor Linden. Canada with the chances so far. 2 minutes of sudden death overtime. Dom Foose, is he going by himself? He got the center, lifted it in. Gretzky was offside on the wing.
One thing you have to watch out in overtime is when you have the long change, that is the bench to use in the second period, not to get caught out too long on a shift, or the rink goes from 200 to 800 feet long. And Linden made a nice shot that was stopped neatly by Salo, and a great play to make sure Messier by Lee Frolin doesn't go to the net and grab a rebound. Look at this. I admire the Swedes' defensive play. They are honest, and they don't make many mistakes defensively.
Gretzky, Dom Foose. They win the draw to Coffey. Ripped it in. And it's called on the offside. A little late whistle, but offside for sure. Linden will stay on with Gretzky and Dom Foose. Foot and Coffey are the defensemen. Sweden will change. Nylander, who tied the game at 13:33 of the third, leaves.
Don't forget, Bob, Sweden gets the last change because they are the home team here in Philadelphia. So they'll get the matchup they're looking for, at least to start.
Sundstrom will come to center for Sweden. Anderson to the right. And the dangerous Matt Sundin, number 13, on the left wing. Johansson, who assisted on both Swedish goals, gets it out. Down comes Sundin over the line. Coming in to make the play. Centered it. Oh, a save by Joseph. Saved the game right there. Another shot goes back of the net. There's Sundin again. Sundin getting set. Rolled it out. No shot. Now it's fired in front. Canada scrambling around in there, but they get it out. Sakic going to center. Lindros is away ahead of him. Offside. Wow. Curtis Joseph, who was beaten on a long shot by Albolin in the second period. Sweden's first goal. He comes up with a game saver right there.
Why do you think every time Sundin gets the puck, he's going to score? He dances around Paul Coffey, and he centers the puck for this great scoring opportunity by Sundstrom. And you're right, Bob. Curtis Joseph with the double stacked pads makes the stop. Here's a look from behind Joseph. And he has made some spectacular saves tonight. But every stop in overtime borders on being spectacular.
Sweden has had 35 shots in the game, counting that last one. It was a beauty of a save by Joseph. 26 shots by Canada. We played 2:55 of overtime. Sakic winning the draw. Everybody checked, tied up. Canada dumping it in deep. Sweden will back up with it. Albolin put it around his own net for Johansson. He got it out. Canada will stop the rush there, or will they? Sundin got a break, but lost the stick. And he was useless in there by himself. So out for Canada. A short pass ahead. Lindros whipped one in. There goes Shanahan. The goalie was out. Sweden clears the puck. Desjardins ripped it back in. Albolin is turning. He sees Big Lindros chasing him. Sweden backhanding it out to center. Canada again. Messier banged the pass ahead. He's on it. Messier trying to drop it back. And it's cleared back out by Sweden. Nolan stopped. Messier stopped. Now the other way. That is Rob Blake behind his own net. And icing has been called against Sweden.
Canada has been superior in the face-offs tonight, especially in the Swedish zone. And how many times have we seen an overtime game be decided after a team wins the draw?
Well, they'll try to win this one. It's up to the left of Tommy Salo. Big crowd here at the Core State Center in Philadelphia. This beautiful new building, only the second hockey game played here. And we don't have to tell you, this is a hockey town of the first order. We're treated to a biggie here tonight for the right to go on for the World Cup. Canada and Sweden. Sweden wins this draw. Nicklas Lidstrom behind the net. Moving it up slowly. Sweden on it. Sundstrom, long shot. Remember Albolin shot one from the blue line and scored. There's Forsberg, overskates it. Canada, defensive now. Scooping it out and down the ice. Nordstrom turning with it. That's broken up near center. Bad pass on to Garpenlaw. Alfredson comes in. Alfredson gets some room on Blake. Another nice pad save by Joseph. Here's Forsberg. Pushed off the puck. Still fights for it though. Forsberg gets it and swings away from his check. Now Domfus catches it. Niedermayer swings at it. Domfus gets it up to Gretzky. 3 of them. Make it 4 of them. They better move in deep on this one. They do not. It's Garpenlaw turning it back. But Domfus got back to prevent a break by Sweden. Gretzky feeding it in. And it hopped away from Shanahan. Shanahan in forechecking. Can't get the puck though. Off the defender. It's lifted over the glass. Into the crowd. Near the penalty box.
Well, the Canadians had a odd man rush going, and Trevor Linden didn't realize that the Canadian defenseman trailing the play was going for a change. And he dropped the puck to the Phantom. And the Phantom had already gone to the bench. Rob Blake might have been able to walk right in. However, play it safe. Play it safe. He knows now, but he knows his legs were burning up too.
Sakic now At center, Shanahan is to his left. Big Eric Lindros on the right wing. He has scored his first goal of the tournament here tonight. And he's on the puck, driving hard. Can't do much with it. It bounced away from him. Dahlen feeds it up. They get it up over the line, and Nylander is chasing it into the corner, trying to get it back. Grabbed by Ullin, fired back at the net. It'll be stopped at the line by Sweden. Canada do not get it out. Nylander bodied by Sakic. Ullin is hit. Coffey will skate away. It's played up there. Coffey was open on the wing. Lindros didn't know he had gone down the boards like a bullet. He's in behind everybody. Coffey. He's pushed it away. Now Coffey again. Shoots it to the open side. That's going to be icing against Canada. As Popovich goes back to pick it up. They played 6 minutes now of sudden death torture.
Shoot the puck. I'm sure the coaches are saying it's never a bad play to shoot it and have somebody go into the net in case there's a rebound. Tommy Salo has allowed very few rebounds tonight. It kind of takes a little bit of Canada's offense out of the way because their big forwards are hard to handle.
Messier on again for Canada. Desjardins. He's one of the defensemen marked to the left of Messier. Just in case it comes there. Albaline again. Shot goal, nowhere near the net. Just wanted to get it in deep. Canada forming up to bring it out. The pass taken by Graves. Neatly, but he's upended. Sundstrom tried to move it in. Albaline backs up against Lemieux. Fired up across center, offside. Dangerous pass inside the Swedish blue line, but they got away with it.
Calle Johansson must play golf with Michael Jordan, taking chances like that. And I gambled that if the puck had been picked off, this baby would have been over.
Face off inside Sweden's blue line. Sundstrom against Messier. Sweden controlling. It's not cleared out. Desjardins shot away high, back of the net. Adam Graves is in front of the goal, but tied up by Albaline. And Sweden happy to get it out. Canada was pressing. Backing up to Stevens. Takes a lot of time to move it. It's chopped in by Lemieux. Calle Johansson back. Sees Sundin. Down on the wing is Sundstrom. Up there with Sundin. Sundin tried to go in with Anderson. Sundin back of the goal. Gets it out, but Fleury was there. And he clears the zone. Fleury again. Pulling away from Matt Sundin. Long pass, though, out of the reach of Yzerman. And another icing call against Canada.
Well, Steve Yzerman, who has turned in from being one of the top offensive players in the league to becoming a very responsible defensive player. And he has made more than one excellent defensive play. And he's going to come through here defensively to chip the puck past Sundin, who is clearly the most dangerous Swede.
Face-off will be deep. Canada zone. Forsberg on the ice, winning the draw, but he was tied up and couldn't move on it. Niedermayer around the net, showing signs of wanting to skate. Everybody was covered and shot down the ice. Nordstrom back. Bergquist gets it out. Up near center. Too high for Lindros to knock down. Romblik back, and he planned on trying to clear it. It gets to the side of the net. Lindros comes back to help the defenseman and pokes it away. Sakic is giving chase on Nordstrom. Nordstrom put on stride. Great work by Sakic to move it ahead deep. Now Shanahan to Lidstrom, and he's covered. Bounced away from Lindros. Coming up, Alfredsson. He backhands it in, and Sweden will change again. Out for Blake. A lot of room for him, so he'll go to center. and shoot it in. Diving in there is Steve Yzerman. Covered by 2 defenders. Popovich starts Sweden back. Nylander across center. Dumping one in out of the net. Joseph taking a good look around. He sees he can make the play. Back of the net. Gollin tried to center it. His checker fell. Yzerman, but he got back up. Coffey has to come in to help. They battle away for it. Nylander coming out front of the net. Nylander could jam it by Joseph. That was close. Shot in deep by Fleury. Salo shoots it away himself. Boy, Nylander came close to ending the game. Walking out front. Linden bodied off the puck. Jan Foos couldn't stop it. Here's an icing call coming up against Sweden.
Well, Nylander's been a pretty impressive player tonight. I wonder whether the Calgary Flames are going to have him back. They were disappointed at times with him.
Ski on the ice now with Jan Foos. Won the draw. Linden was there on the right side, but he's going off. Allowing Sweden an open man, and they get it out. Sundstrom shoots it down. It comes off the boards. Flying in there, Anderson. But he couldn't get there in time. Canada will clear it out. Once again, Sundstrom. A lot of time to move it up to Sundin. Sundin is covered. Big crowd on the boards. Lemieux missed it. And Gretzky will come back deep in his own zone and swing in around the net. Quick pass. Sends Canada out. Lemieux up on the right side will try to get in there. Here comes Gretzky picking it up. Center shot. Lemieux was set up by Gretzky. Got it again. Lemieux. Oh, he missed the open side. Gretzky making 2 big passes. But it's still overtime. Nearing the halfway mark of the first 20 minutes. Messier flies around his own net. Big pass up to Graves. Graves shoots it in from center ice. The Canadians pouring after it. Lindros on the fly. There's Sakic. Lindros with him. Sakic doing great work, but pinned on the boards by Nordstrom. Now, Sakic in front with wide open, and Lindros going for the shot on goal. And Salo had the angle on Eric Lindros.
Well, we can't complain that this hasn't been an excellent hockey game, and the overtime has been the best period, as it often is. And Lindros gets a lucky bounce off the boards and lets the shot go. He didn't have much on it, but it's caught. And Claude Lemieux had a good chance. He did some nice forechecking here on Calle Johansson. Gretzky grabs the puck, and Lemieux winds up and shoots it. And Calle Johansson, with the shaft of his stick, deflects it over the net.
Big scoring chances for Canada. Zach Shanahan, Lindros. The line stays on. Shanahan rolled it by to the other side, and Nordstrom is there to get it out to center ice. Fired in deep by Andreas Johansson. Lindros takes his time. He's covered, nobody open, bounced it down. Shanahan tried to make a fancy play in on Lidstrom, it didn't work. Shanahan will take it at center. Just on the side for Jones Sakic. Sakic coming in. Puck is stolen by Lidstrom. Gets it out. Sweden move it to center. Forsberg made a fancy move, and he's up over the line. Dangerous Forsberg getting set. Forsberg wheeling around in there. Finally, they take it away from him. Lindros back out, lifting one in wide of the net. Under the goal is Salo. Cleared by Rolin. Into the center ice area. Hammered back in by Canada. Brind'Amour circling and didn't see it. Yzerman on the ice. Had to turn back near center. And Foote takes it around the goal for Canada. Coffey takes that weak pass. Lifts it high, but not high enough. Popovich knocked it down. Foote slammed it. A little bit too high. Went over the boards. At the Team Canada bench.
Team Canada's done a nice job against the trap when the Swedes can't forecheck by using both defensemen on the breakout. And you know, they haven't had a lot of time to practice against the team they know they're going to play next. And the Swedish team can use that one-man forecheck, and 4 in the neutral zone is very well, and this young lady here has said, I've had enough. Not many fans are in the same mood.
Face off near center ice. The Gretzky line again. The Nylander line again for Sweden. Coffey scooping one in. They're always dangerous. That one bounced perfectly about 8 feet in front of the netminder, but it took a decent bounce for him.
Well, late in the period, and we have 8:10 to go, and the ice gets chopped up, that bounce may not be as true as it is if it's early in the period. And Tommy Salo has been good tonight, and so has Curtis Joseph. They have 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the fourth period. They've given up 2 goals apiece, and both of them have made spectacular saves.
Lindros on the first, 1-0. Niedermeyer in the second, 2-0. And then in the third, Albeline and Nylander. Here we are in overtime. Gretzky, Dom Foose. Linden racing to the boards. Got there too late. Left foot knowing he was trapped inside the line, so he lets one in. Sweden with lots of time to organize an attack. Sundin gets it up to Anderson. Swedes shoot it in, and Foot was there, but he didn't see Anderson pinching in quickly. Anderson in the corner. On the boards with Sundstrom. Can they pick it up? No, Canada. Get it in back to their own net. He's had a Foot, but he doesn't play it outside the line, and Foot trying to cover Sundin. Sundstrom is bumped. Sweden causing problems here. Here's a pass to Sundin. Sundin trying to get organized for a play and to shoot it back in the net where Hale Anderson went over there and Foot hit him. Finally, Lemieux gets it out one-on-one. Adam Graves. Canadian player behind the play trying to join the rush. It's Coffey, was hauled down. It goes right on. Canada on it. Center ice, Dom Foose. Saw a man open. It's Gretzky. Gets set. Gretzky. Pass. Oh, and a save by Salo. Gretzky made the big move to the left and had everybody going that way. And had a man open at the lip of the crease. But Salo makes the save.
Well, it was Vince Damphousse who knew enough to go to the net when 99 gets the puck. And this is maybe the only time in his career that Vince wished he was a right-hand shot, because he might have been able to put this in. A beautiful goal-mouth pass, but he has to try and knock it out of the air in the backhand. And Tommy Salo coming across the net like a cat makes the stop.
Well, that's a game saver now at that end. Gretzky lifting the pass high. I think he had to get it up past everybody, and he did it. It was a close call. That's all. 6:40 left in this first overtime. Karpenlov on the boards. Dom Foose couldn't stop him. Forsberg is skating away from everybody. And it's fired too high by Linden over the boards. And Team Sweden bench. That stops the play again.
Well, it's too bad there wasn't glass in front of the bench, because Gretzky was on the move. And he would have been onside to take anything that went over the red line, but Linden threw it what he thought was going to be off the glass, but it went right into the bench.
So both teams will change now. You know, the pressure, the heat, and the fatigue is getting to everybody. Here in Philadelphia, we're in the fourth period of this sudden death game. This sudden death overtime. Canada, Sweden, face off inside Team Canada's line. Sakic, Shanahan. They get the draw and get the puck out. And Lindros. Sweden back. Here we go. Looking up at the line. Shanahan sending it deep. Here's Lindros nailing Nylander. It's what started the scoring in the game when Lindros made a big hit inside the line. But now Sweden have 3 going. They get it up over the line, and out of the net is Joseph, taking no chances. He'll hang on to it with both Dahlin and Yulin in there, hoping it would come loose.
Well, there's the helmet of Nylander. Fortunately for him, his head isn't in it. And here's the reason it could have been. Nylander takes the puck and dumps it behind the net. And then Choo-Choo Train 88 came through and drove him into the glass.
Sweden coming on with Forsberg again. Alfredsson. And Andreas Johansson. Face off to the right of Curtis Joseph. Won by Lindros. Shanahan just knifed it away. Got it down there. Big Lindros is cruising up. Centered it. Shanahan was cruising in, but it was covered by Sweden. They get it out. Canada will pound it back in. Salo out of the net now. Leaving it for Albalin. Albalin starting to play for Sweden. Calle Johansson gave it away at center, and Shanahan backs up. Shoots it down where Sakic tries to get loose. He's hauled down. Mossep will likely call nothing in this overtime. Just over 5 minutes left in the first overtime period. Sweden stealing it. Alfredsson coming in. Alfredsson on with the brakes. It gets back. Dangerous rush. Shot. Hit wide of the goal. Canada warding off that threat. And Messier moves up. Flip one in for Graves, coming for the net. And Graves back to the goal, trying to center it. Lost it to Nordstrom. Stays with him. Nordstrom, though, leaves it for Johansson. And he gets it out and down the ice, and Sweden want to make changes. And Joseph knew that. Seeing the open ice, he fired it up quickly. Lemieux got it in. Sweden regrouping. Lindstrom got back. Coffey pinching in. Stopped by Brenda Moore. Made it back in for Lemieux. He was late getting there. Adam Foote shot it in. Canada changing now. Yzerman stopped one, but didn't hang on to it. Here he is. Sundin coming up, getting in front. Centering pass. Shot. Stopped by Joseph. Cleared out. Wow. Popovich is back. Shoots it off the boards. It gets right on the net. Joseph was tested again. Yzerman poked at it. Lindemore is offside.
That's Sundin. The Swedish bench stands up every time he gets it. And Joseph had to make a big stop when Matt Sundin gave the puck. On the rush to Sundstrom. Here comes Sundin. Adam Foote plays him quite nicely. Sundin tries to go inside. And here's the shot right here that could have ended the game. Stopped by Joseph as he's knocked down.
38 shots by Sweden. Canada closing the gap. They have 29. And none of them matters now. It's the one shot. Who will make it? We'll see. 3:40 left in the first overtime. Sweden rolling it up again. Nylander overskates it. Stevens slow moving it where Gretzky was waiting. Nylander picked it up and shot it back inside his own line, and this is Tommy Albalin. A good pass up through the middle. Nylander's shot. Nowhere near the net with that long shot from the blue line. Canada's Gretzky pulled over by Nylander. Screen shot hit Stevens. Yulin went in there. Gretzky floored Nylander, and he's up there without the helmet. Gretzky made the play. It's knocked down in front and cleared back out to center in a hurry. Firing it from outside the line was Stevens. Gretzky going off, and he's getting a big hand, and Canada pressing. Shot! Lindros overskates it on the side of the net. Sweden hanging on for dear life. And it's cleared back down the ice. Icing called against the Tri-Kroner. Gretzky, big shift, no result.
Well, they almost scored. Gretzky got decked early in the shift. Got up without his helmet. Saying to himself, I'm too old for this stuff.
He has been absolutely marvelous for this stuff.
His best period has been the fourth period, and you wouldn't have thought that.
Well, only 2:40 left in this first overtime. Canada with a 2-0 lead. Up to 5:47 of the third period. Sweden got 2 goals. Shot by Shanahan, blocked. Sakic after it. Gets the help from the big guy. Takes a bump, shakes it off, stays with the puck. Lindros battling away against Nordstrom. Lindros with the puck again. Hangs onto it. They can't move him. One hand on the stick. Still controlled it. Finally, it's chopped out of the zone by Andreas Johansson down the ice. Icing again against Sweden.
You know, whenever you watch a game like this, or a team like Canada, or in this case Sweden, you're always impressed by somebody who turns out to be a much better hockey player than you thought when you only saw him occasionally. Now, Adam Foote falls into that category for Canada, and Mattias Nordstrom, number 14, falls into that category for Sweden. He plays for the LA Kings, and I'm sure as Coley Campbell and Neil Smith watch him play tonight, they're a little sorry that they don't have him come to the Ranger camp tomorrow. He has been strong, and we all know Lindstrom's a good defender. But the fact that he battled Lindros for 15 or 20 seconds tells you something without losing.
Face off to the right. Tommy Salo. Messier. Coffey. Screen shot coming. Knocked down in front. Loose puck is there. Al Moline saw it in time. Coffey again stopped. Another shot. Nobody could touch that one. Messier lost his stick, but nailed Calle Johansson. Puck is loose at center. Calle Johansson moving up. Here's Sundin. Look out! Stop! By Joseph! Sundin is robbed again by Curtis Joseph. Everybody buzzing on that one. You wonder if it's in the cards. We're going to find out sometime tonight. 11:45 here in Philadelphia. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see as Graves picks it up. Gets it ahead. Knocked down by Sweden. Graves slow moving on it. Graves lost the chance to move it. Brind'Amour in on the boards. Yulin stopped him. Fired away and all the way down the ice.
Last play in the first overtime.
Around the net quickly. Nicholas Lidstrom coming away. Got some speed up. He's up through center and couldn't get by everybody. Here's a chance for Yzerman. Couldn't quite handle it. Stevens moving up. Yzerman getting back on side and back in there. Mattias Nordstrom and hangs on with 38 seconds left in the first overtime. Nicholas Lidstrom gets it ahead. Nylander got it out. 30 seconds left. Another rush by Sweden. The shot by Yulin. Away wide of the net. Sweden changing. Yzerman looking the other way when the pass came up. It escaped. He went in after it. 15 seconds left. Quist left it at center. Wait, one more attack. Alfredson! Stop by Joseph! Curtis Joseph has had 41 shots. Shot from the blue line. That was selected. The blue line. That was deflected. Got But he
played for St. Louis against Toronto in the playoffs a couple of years back. That went on and on and on. And Sundin had a great opportunity here as all alone walking in off the right wing. But can't beat Joseph.
That's goaltending. With pressure, Curtis Joseph. Only 8 seconds left. First overtime. Forsberg will take the draw for Sweden. Messier. Messier, he's been great winning the face-offs, the big ones. None bigger than that one.
When he went off?
No, never, ever, 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 ever do you go off the ice on a 4-on-2 when the guy drops it to you. I don't care how tired you are. You got all night. You never go off. He knows he made a mistake, and Gretzky usually doesn't holler at anybody on the bench, and folks, you wouldn't want to hear it. He drops a puck on a 4-on-2 and he makes a change. Don't tell me that's a good play.
I didn't see what happened to Gretzky there, but he obviously lost his helmet and...
he got whacked at center ice, that's all. That's why the crowd was wanting a penalty. He's not going to call... Unless it's a breakaway and you pull the guy down, he's not going to call a penalty, and that's the way it should be.
Hey, how about Gretzky's been tremendous, Lindros and Shanahan and Sakic. You want to make the point about the draws? You notice what Sakic's doing, or you want to save that for Coach's Corner?
Well, so I'm going to save it for the next Coach's Corner when Canada's playing up in Montreal.
That's a little trick about hands on the stick.
Yes.
As far as Swedes go, a tremendous rally by them in the third period.
Gotta admit, they're looking all right. They're playing with a lot of guts, and I'll tell you something. I was never a fan of Forsberg, because last year I didn't think he did much in the finals last year with Sakic and everything. I'm telling you, boy, he's tough in that corner. He gets that one stick, hand on a stick. You can't get the puck off him. So I got to admit, he's a pretty good hockey player.
And Neil Smith, watching upstairs, wasn't too crazy about Sundin overseas, but there's no question he's been dynamite.
Looks like Harry said, he looks bigger and heavier or something. I don't know, he looks better.
Stanley Cup. You know what? When he was drafted first European pick, first overall, Nicholas Andersson was the top player in Sweden that year, but he was only 5'9". That's why he didn't go as high in the draft. Do you think it'll be a defenseman joining the rush? Doesn't seem like Canada's been able to bring defensemen in.
I used to say that. Remember, I used to say that all the time. I hope it's not. And I'll tell you why. I want the defense to play defense, get the puck up, stay back. I know Niedermayer would throw through. When you get into overtime, unless you're Bobby Orr or Brad Park or somebody like that, stay back. You know what I wish? One guy in that team, I wish Coffey would grab that puck. I haven't seen him yet in this whole series, grab the puck and go through the whole team just once. That's what I'd like to see him do, because he's capable. I think he's hurt a little. That's why he's not doing it. No, I want the defense to play defense.
You're having a psychic moment, because we have a feature on Paul Coffey all lined up to go to. And we saw Tonelli scrambling on the ice there after the Bossy goal from '84. It was Coffey who broke up
Put it on the net.
Way.
Just put it on the net.
Let's spend a little time with number 77, as Don requested.
I didn't request it.
Paul Coffey may be the most striking skater hockey has ever seen. 3 times decorated as the NHL's best defenseman, he's won 4 Stanley Cups. And like most great stars, he hears Canada calling.
And players come to this tournament for one reason and one reason only, and that's to win. I mean, we don't come to make any money, because we don't make any money. We don't come for anything else but to win. I mean, we're taking a month or 2 out of our summer, which is very important to a lot of players, because we don't get a lot of time anyway. And I mean, you step yourself into that room and you see the likes of Mark and Wayne and guys like that. I mean, you just know that the things you might do on your hockey club, you're not going to get a chance to do on this team because there's so many great players. And if you're fortunate enough to make the team, you just accept any role and just do the best job you can. I learned a tip at probably my first Canada Cup in 1981, talking to Larry Robinson, a player that I have a lot of respect and idolized, and he just said to me, if you take care of your body will take care of you. And he said, don't start doing it when you turn 30, start now. So I've always maintained that the key to staying in shape is not getting out of shape. I think marriage is a beautiful thing if you find the right partner. Me, myself, and Stephanie get along very well. We had a daughter 14 months ago. Absolutely love that. I mean, hockey is definitely important to me. It's a big part of my life, but it's not the be-all, end-all. I mean, sometimes you lose a game, and instead of going home and being really upset about it, you just walk into your daughter's room and look at her laying there and go play with her. And that's nice. I mean, you know, she's Daddy's little girl. I love that. And she recognizes when we're on the ice that she's come to a few games in Detroit and doesn't understand it, but you know, recognizes the face. And there's no better feeling when she yells out, "Dad!" I mean, that's nice. We can only do one of two things. We can win or win. we can't tie or can't lose. We still, even with the European invasion and of course hockey picking up in the United States, we still as players and the fans of Canada consider it to be our game. We'd like to think that we have the best players and can put the best team together. We've proven that in the last 3 Canada Cups, and we definitely want to do it again. You know, unfortunately, we had a couple of key players not being able to play. You know, Mario with his injuries and his young son who was born prematurely. He had his reasons not to play, but we still have a great hockey team here, and we want to win. There's a lot of pride involved. We're, you know, carrying it for the country, so to speak, and we all know that.
This is Bob Cole with Harry Neal in the booth at the Core State Center in Philadelphia. After one overtime period, still tied, and the second overtime about to come.
Well, when you've only had 4 goals scored in 4 periods, the Stars are often the goaltenders, and tonight's no exception. Curtis Joseph has been marvelous, and on more than a dozen occasions, he's kept Canada alive and takes one away from Matt Sundin as Sundin walks in unchecked on the right wing. And Tommy Salo, who has been Joseph's equal at the other end, has made some marvelous stops. Who can forget the stop he made in the shootout in the '94 Olympics to give his Swedish team the gold medal? Paul Kariya. Boy, I wish he was playing in this tournament. He comes in and he has to score to keep Canada alive, and Tommy Salo, with that left pad up in the air, gives the gold medal to Sweden, and he makes a wonderful stop here, one of about a dozen he's made, on Vincent Damphousse, who batted it out of the air but couldn't put it by him. It's a goaltender's night here in Philadelphia.
Canada went up 2-0 in the hockey game. Past the midway mark of the second period on a goal by Niedermayer. Lindros had scored in the first. Albeline shot from the blue line. 5:47 of the third. And then Nylander scored at 13:33 of the third. Tying the game. One overtime, nobody could score. The shots are 40, to 31 in favor of Sweden.
And 22 of Sweden's 40 shots have been off the hockey sticks of Matt Sundin with 10. Ulf Dahlin and Nicholas Sundstrom have more than half the shots and have had more than half the good chances to score for the team in blue.
So if you're still in a hockey game and Matt Sundin has had 10 shots, that's enough right there. You're doing something. Canada trying to pick it up quickly here. He started in a rush in the first overtime and nearly ended it. Trying it again now as they slam it up to the line, and Lindros is there with Shanahan. He made that fancy play and it didn't work, and now Forsberg had to give it away. Desjardins getting away from Forsberg, shooting it in. Johansson with Lindros giving chase, but it's going to be Sweden who'll bring it out. Long pass to Forsberg. He stepped across center. That's offside. Canada will get a chance to change him up.
Well, the coaches, I'm sure, have warned the players we want 40-second shifts. Don't stay out there too long. The question might be, is the younger Swedish team better equipped to play these marathons than the older Canada team? We shall soon see, as we are almost a minute into the 5th period.
Len Sather, the Team Canada bench, is talking to him this morning after the skate. And Messier, by the way, did not skate in the morning skate, nor did he skate yesterday with a groin injury. He told me he wouldn't know till warm-up time whether Messier would dress. Well, he dressed, and now he is in his 5th period, and he's on there now for Canada. Julin up over center for Sweden. Long shot. Joseph Ducky listening to that one come off the glass, and Canada moving up. Lemieux takes it over the line. Lemieux tried to go in there, and he nearly did get in, but he was grabbed at the last second by Nordstrom. Adam Graves is on it for Canada. There's Messier's shot. He missed the net. Blake is pinching in with a shot. Big rebound. Cleared to the line, not out. Kept in by Niedermayer. He's left it on the boards. It goes around the net. Graves trying to dig it out, and he is being checked by Lidstrom. Canada, Messier. Back at the side of the net. Messier around the net. Messier out front. Can't get a shot. Lemieux goes the other way. Around the net again. He's not off stride. And Sweden get a respite by shooting the puck over the glass.
Some great puck control, cycling by Messier, Lemieux, and you can see that Mark Messier is in pain. And here he is right here at his forechecking best, one of the strongest players in the league. You have an awful time pinning him, as Michael Nylander is finding out, and he almost gets the wraparound opportunity here, but Nylander knocks him down. And he's in a fair amount of pain on the bench.
Face off to the left of Tommy Salo. They're getting ready now to go to church in Sweden. They'll probably cancel their church, and I'm sure saying their prayers at home. Here's Coffey right in front. Low shot on the broken stick shot by Coffey. Up there, Johansson. Calle Johansson drops it for Sweden. Sundin's backhander right in front of the net. And here's a chance right here. The shot blocked by Lindros. And he's away for Canada. He'll shoot it in from center. Coming in on this side is Shanahan. Lindros left it in the corner for Shanahan. Shanahan bodied in on the boards. Out front again. And Salo down. Watching big Lindros. Well, Sweden had a great chance a moment ago on their last attack. Didn't get a shot. And now Canada comes back, and they had a decent chance.
Joe Sakic, that was his first shot of the game. This little shot when he was half covered, and he didn't get very much on it. Right here. And it is stopped between the skates of Tommy Salo. An awful situation for these goalies who have played so well, and one of them's going to give up the winning goal. I don't know whether we're going to see it before long, but they have been the two stars of this game. There's no question about that.
Gretzky. And Linden will join him on this line. Dom Foose playing the left wing. Desjardins, Stevens, the two Canadian defensemen. 5 feet inside the line. Sweden controls, however, on this draw in their own zone. Forsberg is getting away. Up there with Edmundson. Down the wing is Garpenlov. And Stevens took it away from him. Trying to move it quickly. Has to go back again the other way now. Gets it up to Linden. Through the middle. Down the wing on the far side is Gretzky. As Dom Foose takes a hit along the boards. Linden and Gretzky back to Linden. Dom Foose back to the net. And Sweden will pick it up. 4 of them line up to come out. And they do get it out over the line, but not on the rush. Gretzky again tapped it loose at center. Bringing it back in himself. Call on the offside. Linden fell.
Well, both early shifts here. Canada's had an opportunity. Seems to me for both teams, especially Canada, the puck rolls away as a player gets a good opportunity. This is a long night for the elder statesmen, Mr. Gretzky and Mr. Messier, for Team Canada.
Face off outside. Sweden's blue line. Sundin. Sweden. Lindemore beat him to it. Fell. Sundin whacked at it. Got it out. Blake will shoot it in. Shooting it in gently. Popovich back. Here comes Lemieux. Can't get there in time. You couldn't play it. Would have been offside. Up through center. Airquist. Left it for Sundin. Fanned on it. Sundin again. Going after the puck. In the corner. Sundin hauls his man down. And Canada scrambling for a moment now with Popovich pinching in. In on the boards. Sundin working hard. On this shift. He parks himself in front of the net now as they fight forward in the corner. And it goes over the glass into the crowd.
Matt Sundin, 83 points for the Leafs last year. And I mentioned earlier the first European taken first overall. And Bob, if he wore number 27, would you not think he's Frank Mahovlich? Very similar styles.
The big stride.
Big wide reach. Looks like he can't cut in from where he does cut in. He can deke you. He's got a great backhand and he's got a bullet shot. He's now exchanging pleasantries with Claude Lemieux, who's been almost disgustingly well behaved in this World Tournament.
We are in the second overtime of sudden death here in Philadelphia, nearing the 4-minute mark of overtime session number 2.
Well, they want to be careful here because if the referee just turns quickly and sees something, he may give one player a penalty. And all this pushing and talking is of no value with reference to who's going to win this game. I know that the players are tired and they're frustrated and they're on edge. But the last thing you want to do is take a penalty and put your team in an awful tough spot. And it may well be that Lemieux is penalized here. He won't leave the ice. I think Fawcett's trying to get a line change here and get Lemieux off.
I think they've all decided who'll be on now for this face-off, which will come to the right of Curtis Joseph, deep in Canada's zone. Patrick Uline is number 5. He's coming on. All the heavyweights of the National Hockey League in attendance, of course. Nail-biting time for them, too. Pulling for Canada, you know that. Coffey's shot, a low one. It missed the net. Here's Lindros. Can't center it. Shanahan was open for a second. Sometimes that's all it takes. But now Nylander gets it out there. Dahlen moving up, dropping it back. The shot, picked up by Joseph. Big rebound, and Canada wheeling away. Here's Lindros down through the middle, and it goes. Coffey tried to center it. Dahlen went flying into the boards. Canada's Lindros kept it in. Foot was turning. They keep it in. Coffey centered it to Lindros. No shot. Salo covers. No further play.
Well, the teams exchanged odd man rushes there. Sweden had a 4-on-3, and then Canada had a 3-on-2. But neither goalie had to come up with a big stop. Paul Coffey joined the rush. Here's the 4-on-2, and the shot that goes along with it. And the rebound comes out in front, and away goes Canada, catching the whole Swedish forward line. But they never did have it materialize into a difficult stop as Paul Coffey joins the rush. To see him do that a little more.
Face off to the left of Salo. Linden trying to hook it back. It went the other way. Sweden controlled the draw, and Garpenlaw missed it in the corner. And he was bumped. Damphus gave him a second shot. Up for Desjardins. That would run in the crowd. Fired off the stick of Nicklas Lidstrom into the crowd.
I mentioned in the third period, I think it was, that, or maybe the first overtime, that Canada was winning the face-offs, but our statistics showed they were for the regulation time, but in the overtime, and in this overtime, 5 minutes into it, they haven't won as many.
Linden again taking the draws on the Gretzky line. Damphus, the other player. Gretzky hooked it with a stick, got it over in front. He's immediately tied up, manages to knock it deeper into the corner. At the line, Desjardins didn't go for the net. Gretzky centered it, trying to bank it in off the goaltender. He centered it again. Flipped back of the net a second time. Alfredson back deep in his own zone will hook it out to relieve the pressure. Stevens comes back. Being watched by Garpenlaw. Deep pass through the middle. Damphus couldn't hit Messier. Now Sweden turning back. Garpenlaw ran into a wall. Couldn't move on it. And here's a break. Messier gloved by Salo. Messier didn't look like anything was wrong with the groin there as he jumped into the rush and took the wrist shot.
Well, it looked like a soccer game going on just outside the Swedish blue line, and the next thing you know, number 11 sprinted away. Look at all these people. The puck bouncing. Most of them don't know where it is. And here comes Messier. And he lets a quick wrist shot go from a bit of a bad angle, but Salo, as he has so often tonight, makes a good catch.
Got the shot up a little maybe too high. Salo had the glove right there. There it was. Messier stays on. Graves to his right. Dropped in. Lemieux, the other winger for Canada. Cleared out of the zone. Down goes Sundin. Band on it again. It bounced over his stick. Messier had to move it in a hurry. Sweden in. Sundin back of the goal. This looks dangerous. Sundin around the net. Sundin out front. Can't get the shot. Lemieux tied him up. It's kept in there deep. Anderson trying to center it. And it's finally knocked out of his zone by Lemieux down the ice. Again, Anderson up with Sundin. Gives it to Sundin. He's obviously tired. They're racing off now, changing. Lemieux trying to take the pass behind him. Went off his stick. Sweden shooting it back in. We're in the 7-minute mark of the second overtime. Lemieux to center. Wants to get off, so he dumps it in deep. Salo shooting it high. That's stopped. Centered. Yzerman got it back. 3 Swedes on a rush. Forsberg diving. Gets back up quickly. Their press couldn't catch up to the pass. Slapped in there by Fleury. Fleury, Brind'Amour, and Yzerman. Centered. Yzerman into Brind'Amour. Yzerman. Oh, save! stopped it. Dumped out of the zone by Bergquist to center. Brind'Amour. What a chance he had. What a chance Yzerman had. What a chance Fleury had. But it's Forsberg coming to center. Getting away from Lindros. Getting away from Shanahan, who caught him on a second attempt. Back in Canada. They're trying to end it now. Oh, a deflected shot. Missed the top corner. Sakic was in there. Lindros has to hurry back and get his man. Stevens did it for him. Here's Sakic coming away. Sakic gets it over. Shanahan drops it. Shot. Kicked out by Salo. Canada pouring it on. They keep the puck in, but now Nylander gets away. Coming up with Dahlin. Pass behind him. In a turnaround. Shanahan got back in his own zone. Wasted a little time. Whacked at it and got it out. And Shanahan, who wanted to get off, stays on. Drilled the long shot right on the net. Calle Johansson coming out. Right wing pass won't work. Fired away to center ice. Gretzky put it on the open side. Sweden stopping the Canadian rush. Blake up to Linden. Linden dropped it. Gretzky! Oh, stopped! Made a big move in front of us. Stopped in there. Sundin coming back at them. Sundstrom and Sundin fired back in the net. Niedermayer hurried his pass. Once again up to center. Blake. In it goes the Gretzky centering pass. Blake fired it off the boards to Gretzky in the corner. He got it back in the net. Gretzky again. Turned. Took it on his skate. He's pinned there and can't move. Canada on it. Center. Linden missed a great chance on the pass by Dom Fuss. Can't believe the tension here in the building. Will somebody score? Long pass down. Canada coming close. Icing call against Sweden.
Pretty early in the year for one of these, isn't it, Mr. Cole? Wayne Gretzky nearly ended it, as he never did regain the kind of control that he wanted when the puck squirted away from him. And Tommy Salo came up with another big stop. And Gretzky walked into the middle right here, one-on-one, fakes the shot, and gets outside, and Calle Johansson blocks it with his right skate.
Well, they're taking it. You wonder how they can take it, but they're taking it. We are nearing the halfway mark of the second overtime here at the Core State Center in Philadelphia. The loser of this game is out of the series. The winner in the final. USA and Russia getting set to go at it tomorrow. And I know we're keeping them up to. Shot! Blocked in front. Lemieux fired that one. Ties up his man who fell on the puck, and they'll get up, pushing himself in. Lemieux drawing a crowd. Calle Johansson. One after Lemieux. Lemieux was in a great spot for that shot.
Lemieux didn't have the stick when he wanted it to see if he could find the puck in the feet of the Swedish defenseman. So he and Calle Johansson, the captain of the Swedish team, went down. They'll both get a penalty here. So we'll have a little bit of 4 skaters against 4. And here it is right here. Mark Messier on the face-off. Gets the draw back into the slot. Claude Lemieux looking right here. And he tackles Johansson, and Johansson came back at him. Didn't like the fact that the wrestling match was going on, and they both get a roughing penalty.
Okay, so they're both gone. Calle Johansson, the captain, and Lemieux. 9:33 of the second overtime.
4 skaters against 4 now. The most dangerous player often is the defenseman. And don't you remember the Edmonton Oilers when they got into this 4-on-4 situation? They scored on a regular basis.
And Coffey is on the ice now. He has Adam Foote as a defense partner. Up front, it's going to be Lindros and Sakic. Mattias Norrstrom, one of the defensemen for Sweden, talking to Nicklas Sundstrom before Sundstrom moves into the big circle to try and win the draw. He's against Lindros. Lindros won it. Back to Coffey. Coffey gave it away. It's a one-on-one. Up comes Sundin on Foote, and Foote played him well and stayed right there with him. Sakic, great play by Adam Foote. Sakic's pass, trying to hit Lindros ahead of him. That didn't work. Foote is back again. Play went by Sakic. He didn't see the pass. Came off the boards. And Sweden backing up. And here they come. Sundin again. Up over center. Gets in over the line. Hangs on to it. Foote is staying with him again. And Canada will bring it out. 3 of them on the rush. 2 men back. In is Lindros. Lindros played it in. Right in front. And it was called on the offside as they rush to the net.
Tommy Salo made the save anyway. Eric Lindros hesitated a little bit as the Canadians had a 3-on-2 rush going, and the wingers could not stay onside. Let's have a look at it right here. Coffey's in the rush, you see, and Lindros gets it to him, but I don't think Coffey was offside. I think it was the forward on the far side that went in early, and he could have walked in alone had the whistle not gone, and may have ended this baby.
Desjardins and Stevens are the 2 defensemen. Linden and Yzerman are the 2 forwards for Canada. Alfredsson for Sweden, along with Forsberg. Albeline getting it back for Lidstrom. And they move up on the attack. Alfredsson dropped it. Shot! Blocked by Stevens. He made a big play on that. Now Desjardins hooked into open ice. Sweden on it. A rush by Alfredsson. He's up there alone. That's stopped by Joseph, covering on the short side. Forsberg causing a problem. Alfredsson is trying to get off to the Swedish bench as Linden moves up through center, had his stick lifted by Forsberg, who was right there alongside. Anderson turning back, got away from Messier, but Messier knocked down his pass and he backhands it in. Darren Fleury racing in there. It'll be Mikael Anderson who'll come out for Sweden. Turning around with Garpenlov. The penalties have 10 seconds left on them. And moving up, the defenseman Norrstrom with Garpenlov. Garpenlov got it back. Long shot hit the outside of the net down low. Canada moving out. Lemieux is ahead of the play. Coming in. Lemieux. Stop. Rebound is booted away out over the line by Fleury. Lemieux had a great chance. Salo solid in there for Sweden. Up to center. Norrstrom. Fired in deep by Johansson. Canada back. Coming out. Coffey's long pass into Don Foose. Gretzky up there with him, but Don Foose is pinched by Albeline. In on the boards. Calle Johansson gets it up as far as Coffey. And Coffey's relay, and it's knifed in there. Linden went in, light bump on the goaltender. Out for Johansson, he got it up there. Bergqvist. And Adam Foote backs up around his own net. Put it up high. Came down to Coffey. Dangerous pass. Across the line. He got away with it. Here's Linden and Gretzky. Gretzky's pass back. Gretzky goes back in the net to Don Foose to Gretzky out front. Centering pass. Salo jammed the pads. That one nearly banked in off him.
He scored a few banking him off the goaltender from behind the net, but he couldn't get this one past Tommy Salo on a dangerous rush by the Gretzky line. And Gretzky and Linden on the Gretzky line have had a lot of chances here in the second overtime, and they were pretty quiet, I thought, in the first 3 periods. Coffey, a chance-taking defenseman, throws a long pass across his own zone. And the Gretzky line here. Watch Wayne Gretzky try and bank it off right there. Dom Foose, Linden, and Gretzky, they've been better in the overtimes than they were in regulation.
Sweden controlling on this faceoff. Around the net, Calle Johansson, a light bump from Lindros coming in behind him. Sweden will clear the zone. They get up fast on the rush. Anderson comes in, dropped it back neatly. Anderson goes after it behind the net. Anderson has Desjardins chasing him. Sundin takes it off the boards, gets it back to the line. It was kept in onside by Popovich. Desjardins trying to move it. Sakic gets it out. We saw Lindros moving up. Pass was behind him. Now he gets it in there. A little bit too far for Sakic. Sakic and Shanahan behind the net. Shanahan hit the mesh with it. Stayed there before Lindros got in to knock it loose. The referee had called the play.
Fawcett's being criticized a little bit here by the fans for blowing the whistle so quickly when the puck was on the back of the net. They usually do give you a second to see if you'll knock it off. And Joe Sakic, who hasn't had many shots, one shot on goal. When you have a wrist shot like his, and you're in the 5th period, you want him to have a half a dozen or more. He may beat you from anywhere inside the top of the circle.
Sweden won their 3 games in the European pool. So they've got a clean slate. Canada lost just the one to the USA. Right here in Philadelphia. Alfredson shoots it from his own side of center. That should be icing. It is. So they'll bring it back inside the Swedish blue line to the right to Tommy Salo. 6:14 left in the second overtime.
Well, the team that wins this game will stay right here in Philadelphia, wait for the result of the game tomorrow night in Ottawa. Don't forget, it's on CBC. It'll be a good one too. I'm not so sure it can be as good as this one.
Shots are almost even now. Canada gets ready for another one. Screen shot from the blue line. Wide of the net. Canada keep it in. Graves takes his shot. That weak shot missed the goal and came off the boards for Salo to get down on. 42 shots by Sweden. 41 shots now by Canada.
In the 2 overtimes, and there's 6:02 left in the second one, Canada has outshot Sweden 18-9 and certainly has outchanced them. And Tommy Salo has been the hero for Sweden in the overtime, where he's had a more difficult time than has Curtis Joseph. But this has been a great duel between 2 fine goaltenders.
Big line on for Canada now is Lindros, Shanahan, and Sakic. They've been getting chances. Sundstrom with Sundin, of course, again for Sweden. Blake stopped it at the blue line, had to hurry the shot in, just dumped it ahead, and 4 Team Sweden players get going. Sundin comes up there with Anderson right behind him. Anderson going after it. Sundstrom is in front of the net. Now he has to leave that spot. And Canada come up with it and get it out. Sakic, not much room for him to make a move. Got it in from Big Lindros. Sakic couldn't knock it down as the goaltender cleared it out. Shanahan hit his man. Sundstrom takes a long shot. Joseph got the stick down on that. Sweden changing. Coffey moving up. Coffey gets to the line. Nice pass ahead. That's broken up. Gretzky is knocked down. He knows the puck is underneath him. He was not about to move.
Well, the defenseman had moved up, and they were a great distance between the 2 of them. And if that puck had squirted loose, it could have been a breakaway for Team Sweden. Both teams pretty cautious in the neutral zone. They get it in when in doubt. Gretzky right there tried to get it in, and it hit the stick of Lidstrom. And there's what I mean. The 2 defensemen are coming up. Gretzky smartly sat on the puck.
5:15 left in the second overtime here in Philadelphia. Yulin. Oh, and a nice stop by Joseph. He had the angle, but had to move quickly with the goal stick to stop that shot. Patrick Uline uncorking that.
Well, he's a Philadelphia property, played 14 games last year for the Flyers, got 3 goals. He was injured most of the year and only played 14 games in Hershey, the Philadelphia farm team in the American Hockey League, but he has been one of the more effective Swedes tonight. He's Allen and Ed Snyder, major domos in the Flyer organization.
Face off to the right of Joseph Nylander for Sweden. Messier for Canada. Puck is dropped in. Coffey. Graves looking the other way. Swipe at it and got it out. Pounded back in. And the play goes offside at Team Canada's blue line. This hasn't slowed down at all. Great pace to start the game. Settled a bit in the second. Canada went up 2-0. And Sweden got 2 goals in the third to tie it. We're in the second overtime. 5 minutes left. Gretzky had the pass tipped in front of him. Good play. Long glass on funny angles. That one was shot in. Gretzky now will try to bounce one in there, and he did. Salo stopped that. Pads closed. Big glove down. Golfed away, out over the line. Nylander lost a chance to move it. Up comes Don Foos with Gretzky. His pass is intercepted. Back up Bergquist. Got it down to Nylander. Nylander, Bergquist shooting. And that's blocked. There goes Don Foos. Gretzky is catching up on the play. Linden on the other side. Linden tried to feed it to Gretzky. A 2-on-1 because of it. Down it goes. Johansson can't center it. Gets another chance. Calle Johansson missed the far side, and Gretzky knows they're in trouble. And he shoots it down the ice. It'll be an icing call. But a smart move by Gretzky. It was obvious things had broken down. And that relieved the pressure.
A dangerous situation for Canada, though. The 3 forwards going north, and the puck was deflected. The pass deflected south. And Desjardins fought hard to get back to take away what looked like a dangerous 2-on-1.
So the face-off again to the left of Curtis Joseph. From the draw, Stevens dumped it back to the net softly, though. Alfredsson was in there, nearly made the play. Forsberg does, but lost it. And Canada on the defensive now. Getting another icing call against them as they dump it out and down the ice. Sather looking up and down the bench. Short shifts for both teams coming on now.
Well, both teams have to be exhausted. There's no question about that, but the pace doesn't tell you that. It's been a whale of a hockey game.
He looks calm, but believe me, folks, it's tight time right here in Philadelphia. Shot right off the draw. Not a good one. The one that misses. Canada does not clear it cleanly. Desjardins, the defenseman, on the rush. Backhands it in. Circles back to center. Lindros on the puck. Trying to get around the net. Alfredsson stopped him. It got by Stevens and out to center. And Desjardins will drive it back in. Everybody was turned going the other way. Forsberg is getting away. He's coming up there with Johansson. Forsberg stays with it. Bumped his man. Forsberg again. Tried to center it. Stevens knocked it into the corner. And Desjardins gets it out. Coming on again. They're turning it up a little. Canada, a little disorganized. The last 2 shifts appear to be in a little trouble. Now they're on the attack. Yzerman circles everybody. Lost it on the boards, and Sweden will get it out. Sundin just missed it. Joseph saw the play develop, so came out. Sundin took it away from Canada. Left it for Lidstrom. It's hammered in by Sweden. Play had gone. Offside. Crossed the 2 lines. Only 2:26 left in the second overtime period in this game for all the marbles until the final.
Here are the players on Team Canada that are captains of their respective NHL teams. So there should be no lack of leadership on the Canadian team. All these players proudly wear the C's for their respective teams.
Messier on there again with Graves and Lemieux. Sweden's Nordstrom has stopped. There goes Messier chasing it. Nordstrom gets it again. Dumps it down inside the Canadian line. And that's an icing call against Sweden. So they're playing very careful hockey now.
2:10 left in the second overtime of this excellent performance by both teams. I've said it a million times. The team that wins gets to the finals, and the team that loses is out. And we have two teams that are bordering on exhaustion, I'm sure.
The faceoff will come inside the Swedish blue line to the left of Tommy Salo. He's made 40 stops in the game. Curtis Joseph has made 41 in this hockey game. Canada winning the draw, keeping it in. Messier doesn't see it. Graves does. He kicked it out front, but Sweden is on it. Garpenlov dropped it back to Forsberg. Three of them are going in together. Forsberg taking the shot. He'll go for the net now. Oh, that was close. It was deflected and just missed the first side. Here's Forsberg getting out. Oh, that was close. Another shot, and that was close. Three of them. We're still playing. Another shot off the goal post. Four of them. And we're still playing. Lemieux is going up there. The crowd in a frenzy. Sweden coming so close 4 times. And they'll try it again. Moving up. Forsberg, big move. That's blocked in front of Joseph. Canada hanging on now. Forsberg belted on the boards in there. It's cleared through the middle by Brind'Amour. 1 minute left in the second overtime. Dallenbach with the pass to the far side. Popovich feeding it ahead through the middle. Sweden. Nylander coming in. Shoots it in there for Patrick Ulick. They don't get it out. Long screen shot. Nylander is there. Canada trying to get it out. Dahlen flipped it back at the net. Somebody shoot it out, they're saying. And get the puck out. Coffey with it. Can he get it out? No. Stopped at the blue line. Coffey again. Skating away. All nerve. Great confidence. Coffey left it at the line. Fleury. Scores! Scores! Canada wins this marathon and will play for the World Cup.
I think Theoren Fleury scored it. Who knows? Canada won it. 12.5 seconds to go. In a brilliant hockey game, a rush led by the veteran Paul Coffey ended up in the net, and Canada earns a day off tomorrow before they start the final on Tuesday.
Well, what a hockey game here in Philadelphia. Sweden, just 2 shifts ago, had 4 sure goals taken away. Back down the ice, led by the veteran Coffey. He took it over the line. Fleury came in. He fired the shot off the pad in the net. This game is over, and Canada goes on 3-2.
I think Brendan Shanahan tipped it, but it's hard to say. 2 Canadian players going to the net. Fleury took the shot. It definitely hit something before it went in, and Brendan Shanahan may well be the guy that scored.
Wow, what a night. in this city of brotherly love. Here's Ron McLean.
Bob, thanks.
Total of 43. This evening's three-star selection, the Bud Ice three-star selection, is made by CBC TV. Star number 1.
Well, we'll round up Ron shortly. Shanahan gets the big one. They crowded the net. Shanahan gets the goal. Fleury took the shot. Coffey made the rush. It's over at 19:47 of a second overtime period. Canada in a thriller against Sweden, 3-2. Coffey was the one that showed the leadership, leaving it up the line perfectly. Then the rush to the net. There's Shanahan in there. He got the goal.
Brind'Amour and Shanahan went to the net, caused the problem for Tommy Salo, and it looks like Shanahan got a stick on it. And here's the Team Canada bench with only 12.5 seconds left in the second overtime. Canada will play in the final against the United States or Russia. And here is the overhand look at Canada's game-winning goal, and you can see in the upper right-hand corner of the clock.
A close game, folks. The shots were 43 apiece. In overtime, 20-10 for Canada as they dug down a little deeper, although you have to remember the terrific chances Team Sweden had just before the rush by Coffey, when they had 4 great chances to score, but they didn't. Canada did. They won it 3-2.
We are back at the Coors State Center in Philadelphia. An unbelievable game tonight between Sweden and Canada. And the final is all set up. You want in?
Yes. What did I say? Coffey, carry the puck up there just once. Grab it and go. And that's why he did. There wasn't much time left. He could do it, eh? He went with it, dropped it. I said, get a guy in front, because this Soderstrom, I'm telling you, boy, if you don't get in front of him, he's going to stop it. And what happened? Coffey carried it and took a shot, and we prevailed, and we'll see you in Montreal.
Curtis Joseph, brilliant. Tommy Salo, brilliant. And Shanahan was a good pick, I have to admit.
Yes.
So it's Canada versus either Russia or the USA, and we'll continue this story tomorrow evening in the nation's capital when we present the coverage at 8 ET. For all of us, thanks for watching. Congratulations, Canada.
CBC Sports, home of the champions. CBC, celebrating 60 years of public broadcasting.
Score. So just after the game, about 1 in the morning, we had a quick interview with Brendan Shanahan.
It's over, but it was thrilling. Paul Coffey made a great play. His speed backed everybody off. I pulled Steve Yzerman off on a line change and just went to the net. And Theo made a great play. I felt something. If I tipped it, I mean, I just barely tipped it, because when Theo came in, I said, Theo, that might be yours. And he said, I don't care. And we just went crazy.
Nobody cares. It was funny to watch in overtime where there's so many stars on the ice, and I wonder what it was like on the bench. Glenn shouting, okay, and Shanahan, you were pretty much all the way with Sakic and Lindros, but as you say, you have to communicate with Yzerman. How was it all working?
Well, I think our line, we had a good start. Eric got a big goal for us and stuck with us. I think all of our lines were playing pretty well. We all had an opportunity to win and score the winning goal in the game, but we rolled them over. We'd roll 4, and eventually we'd cut down and roll 3 lines. So it was tiring, but our bench was calm, and we still had a lot of fuel left. As the game went on, we felt like the stronger team. We felt that the longer it went, we were getting stronger and stronger, but you never know in overtime.
You sure never do. Brendan pulling off Stevie Yzerman and going right to the net, much the way Paul Henderson pulled off Pete Mahovlich in 1972, drove to the net, and you know what happened there. But as it turned out, an hour after the game, they award the goal to Theoren Fleury. So we move from heroics from Mimico to heroics from Moose Jaw. Here's Theoren.
Just get her on net, and found a hole and went in.
You know, it was really neat. I talked to your dad this morning, and they got in at, 3 in the morning? They missed a connection coming through somewhere, Chicago or...
Minneapolis, yeah.
Minneapolis, was it?
Yeah, it was... He's always been a good luck charm for me. He was there in '91 when we won the Canada Cup in Hamilton, and he was there in Game 5 in Montreal when when we took a 3-2 series lead against the Canadiens, went on to win the Cup the next game. So he's a real good luck charm for me, and it's great to have him.
I know he was there in Game 7 in Calgary, too, against Vancouver in 1989.
That's true.
Smeel breaking in, your dad was right there in the picture. Your in-laws are here as well, too.
Yeah, we brought the whole family here. I think it's a great opportunity. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and you know, they're your support system when things don't go all that well, and so it's always nice to have your family close by, and especially when you do good things out there, it makes not only them proud, but the rest of my family proud. My 2 brothers back home in Manitoba.
And Wilfred and Irene, we said
that's
hi
right.
to Oxbow.
That's right.
Well, that's the biggest kick. It's for the people you get to please. Tell us about what a game. I can't find words for that one.
Yeah, that was one of the best games I played in. I've had the opportunity to play in a lot of great games, and give Sweden credit. Like, we threw everything at them, and they didn't give an inch. And you know, goalie's best friend is the goalpost, and hits the goalpost, and we come down a shift later and scoring in the game. So it's a break here and there, and fortunately enough for us, we got that break.
Well, everyone in the world's gunning for you, and you come through again. Congratulations.
Well, thanks a lot.
Theoren Fleury, part of the heroics in double overtime as Canada wins it 3-2, and they'll meet the winner of the